Ooh, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and today we made some money. Totally kidding. Well, I did. I made $149.09, and that was after 22 trades. Again, I pay about $3 per commission. And again, today is the last day, according to Td Ameritrade, when it comes down to paying commissions for overall trading. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about is today was the crude oil report, and there is no question that I missed out on so much opportunity. So overall, DWT pushed up a total of 5.22%. That's where it closed at on the day. The crude oil report came out today, and again, just like on schedule, it comes out 1 hour after the market opens, and Arizona market opens at 6:30 a.m. So at 7:30, it was in favor of DWT, meaning not in favor of crude oil. It caused an aggressive sell-off. This didn't come at much of a surprise, as the overall direction of crude oil all pre-market hours was pretty much a descending pattern leading up to that crude oil report. One of the things that I quickly just want to touch base on is with DWT, there was so much simple opportunity that I missed out on. And what I'm talking about is not this big push up, because again, that could have gone either way, to be completely honest, as we never truly know which way the crude oil or natural gas report is going to play. But one of the things that I did have control of is following direction. And although I had a huge focus in reminding our Learn Plan Profit members that DWT was showing signs of a consistent uptrend and crude oil was showing signs of a consistent downtrend, it's not hard to see that it was continuously getting rejected by this EMA line. I don't know what it was about today, but I was red almost every single trade. It would pull back, I would get in, I would get scared, I would either cut losses. I went from starting the day at down 200. I actually think I shared it within the trade idea section. This was at 6:12 a.m. I was already down $266. And again, this was when DWT was at 574. One of the things that I ended up bringing up was that I was just continuously doubting myself when it came down to the position that I was in on DWT. I don't know why that was. Yesterday, I did such a beautiful job making a little bit over $1,000 profit in just a couple hours of trading. But today, I just struggled to stay confident with my position. I went from being down $200 to being down $600 within the live trading session. Shortly after that, I recovered to $100, and then I went down $800, and then I recovered again to $20, and then I went down $500, and then I ended at $149. So again, just so much trading and not much progress. This is when I began to see crude oil really begin to consolidate, DWT began to consolidate, and this is where I just simply called it a day. I knew that, again, it just wasn't working in my favor. Although there was a clear direction, it just became very aware to me that I wasn't working well with the market. So that's why I just decided to call it quits today and end the day at $149. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about what is next for Robinhood. All right, team. So let's go ahead and jump right into the juicy stuff. So I don't know if you guys have asked yourself this question. After Td Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, and Interactive Brokers announced that they are now going to be offering zero commission, it kind of brings up the question, yeah, WEBULL is important and it's been picking up a lot of traction, but let's not ignore the idea that Robinhood was really the one that started this all, right? They opened up in 2013, and in 2015, they began to offer the free commission platform. There is no question that they are a very simplistic platform with a huge focus on new millennial investors. No question about it. They've built a user base of 6 million accounts, and on top of that, they recently raised $323 million in July, giving them a valuation of over $7 billion. Now, it brings up the question, why did Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, and Td Ameritrade feel so encouraged and empowered to offer free commission? There's no question that those 7 million accounts that Robinhood currently owns is absolutely huge. It brings up the concern of what's next for Robinhood, and is it going to still be able to have that edge? If you really think about what has set Robinhood apart from the very beginning, was its free commission, no question about it. But one of the other qualities that it has offered, regardless if you agree with me or not, in the video that I uploaded yesterday, there were a series of people that were still so set on continuing to use Robinhood because of its simplistic user face. And there's no question about it that, it makes sense to stick to what is working for you. So if Robinhood right now is a brokerage that is working well for you, it really doesn't make sense to make the move to any of the new brokerages that now offer free commission as well. One of the other things that I think Robinhood has done so beautifully is that they've incorporated the ability to actually trade cryptocurrency, which is a huge edge, as it has a huge focus on a lot of millennial traders with that cryptocurrency boom that we saw in 2018. But now what's next? After they announced their checking accounts, they received a huge backlash, but they still were able to raise $323 million. And now with its recent talk of hiring over 600 employees for their new potential Denver facility, how are they going to continue to have this edge? I really wanted to ask you guys this question because if it's not for its simplicity, what other edge does Robinhood have to offer? Feel free to comment that down below. And now I also want to talk a little bit about Td Ameritrade. There's a lot of questions and concerns about potential catches when it comes down to how are they going to continue to make a profit? Think about it. These brokerages are huge. They run millions and millions of accounts that were paying commission before. And I brought this up in yesterday's video, and a lot of you guys had the same question. Is there going to be a minimum account balance to qualify for these free trades? Tomorrow, October 3rd, they're going to be releasing the free trades, which means that now we'll have a better understanding of what to expect. Another common concern that was brought up was they're going to be able to make up their revenue based off of working with the bid and the ask spread. And what that means is a brokerage such as Robinhood, although it does offer free commission, is known to make money through its spread, right? So like, let's say there's a spread, which means that the bid and the ask between where people are buying and where people are selling, there's a gap in price. Therefore, if you go in and you try to buy with a market price of $10.10, but there's the bid at $10 and there's the ask at $10.20, they'll go ahead and be able to make the difference based off of that margin and fill you maybe closer to the ask when you originally could have gotten filled closer to the bid. Again, there's a lot of conspiracies or concerns about how they're going to make up that revenue. I never really saw those big kind of like advanced brokerages such as Td Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, or Interactive Brokers to be someone that has that set type of intention to make their money in their spread, especially if you're someone that's advanced enough to buy with a limit order and you have direct access to level 2, giving you a better understanding of where people are buying and where people are selling. But in the next couple of days to come, I'm sure that we're going to learn more about how it plans to continue to stay profitable. And I think the reason that I'm bringing this up, it's if you looked at Td Ameritrade and you looked at their stock today, it didn't recover at all. When it comes down to Charles Schwab and Interactive Broker, they didn't do well either. And why is that? If now they're going with the flow of offering free commission, why aren't they recovering in overall market value? Well, it brings the concern. People are investing into Td Ameritrade, the company. TOS or Td Ameritrade, when they charge commission, is only a portion of the way that they used to make money. Now, this brings up the concern of there's now going to be a loss of revenue because they're no longer going to charge commission. And think about it. If a big piece of pie of its revenue from Td Ameritrade came from charging commission and they're no longer going to offer that, as an investor, does it look promising that they're going to make up that revenue elsewhere without having a full understanding or a clear understanding of what Td Ameritrade has in store on how to continue to stay profitable and on track based off of previous earnings? Now, one of the last things that I wanted to talk about, and this is 100% complete speculation, this comment really caught me by surprise because it was actually something that I thought for a second. So I always kind of want to think about, why would someone make something more accessible? And is that accessibility always the best? Think about it. People are now with a well-trusted brokerage such as Charles Schwab, Td Ameritrade, and Interactive Brokers are now going to be able to trade for free. A lot of people didn't trust Robinhood, so they never signed up for that specific platform, regardless if it offered commission-free trading. Now that the big three are now offering free trades, it kind of brings up the idea of what's the intention behind that? And again, with so much speculation of there being a potential market crash, I think the concern comes with, so now these brokerages just want as many people to open up trading accounts to dump money into the stock market so they can end up making money from their investment before the overall 2020 recession. I think it's just something to think about why something is now made so accessible and that's always the best idea. But what are some of the drawbacks in allowing so many people now open free trading accounts and being able to trade for free? Think about it. although Robinhood was able to reach a cap of 6 million users, we're talking about huge and established brokerages that have access to millions, if not tens of millions of accounts. Therefore, it's only going to encourage current and potential new traders to continue to invest more heavily, therefore dumping more money into the stock market. And is this something that we want when the market is already so potentially unstable? Again, that's 100% speculation. I know I'm probably overthinking about it. Altogether, I'm overall very excited that now people, for those that see value in it, are going to be able to transition from the original free trading platforms over to more advanced trading platforms if it best suits your needs. I want to be someone that empowers you, that if you're already working well with Robinhood and you don't want to make the transition over, but you're somewhat encouraged because other people are doing it, again, don't follow the herd. If it's something that's already working well for you and you're consistently growing your account, there's no reason to overcomplicate it. So again, just stick to your plan and continue doing you. I really do appreciate your guys' time. Feel free to drop any of your comments down in the comment section about what you think is coming up next for Robinhood, on how it will continue to have an edge on the market, or is this going to be the end of Robinhood and WEBULL? And then when it comes down to TD Ameritrade and the three main brokerages, let me know what you guys think about my potential speculation about, is this the best idea of giving so many people access to free trading just so they can end up investing more money into the stock market, ultimately leading more money to be lost if the market does end up crashing in 2020. I really do appreciate your guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Again, tomorrow is going to be the first day, at least for the TD Ameritrade platform, that they're going to be introducing free commission. So I hope that you guys are excited about that. And if you guys are, again, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Feel free to join our free Facebook group. We run the largest free Facebook group for those who trade in the stock market. We have over 227,000 members, and that's simply that first link below. Again, on top of that, one of my favorite days to day trade is tomorrow. It's Thursday, and 1 hour after the market opens, it's the natural gas report. I would love for you to be able to tune in and watch me trade live. So if you have about 5 minutes, learn a little bit more on how you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow with that second link below. I really do appreciate your guys' time. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.